For hundreds of years, Native American tribes dwelled along the hills, streams, and riverbeds of the Inland Empire. They knew that despite the semi-arid desert around them, an abundant supply of water flowed in these valleys. Riverside's earliest settlers knew this too. When John W. North and Dr. James P. Greaves decided in 1870 to establish the colony that would become Riverside, getting water was pretty simple. You started at the river and began to dig. Construction of the Riverside Canal in 1870 marked the beginning of modern water distribution techniques in the region. But by the early 1890s, the local water system needed serious upgrades to repair old facilities and meet new demands. So in 1913, a landmark decision was made to authorize the city of Riverside to assume full distribution of domestic water, in addition to the electrical services it had provided since 1895. Today, many of the same water supplies that were tapped by those early settlers continue to serve Riverside and its surrounding communities. It starts as pure rain or snow that falls on the local mountains and foothills. The water then percolates through sand and rock, purifying itself. It settles into large, deep underground aquifers. This supply is replenished by numerous storms each year. What was first brought to town by bucket, or diverted from rivers through ditches and canals, is now brought up by over 50 wells. They pump the water from a variety of aquifers located throughout the Bunker Hill Basin in San Bernardino, as well as the Colton and Riverside basins. By having well fields located in several areas, Riverside is not dependent on one particular source of water. This helps to ensure that water demands can continually be met, despite any problems with wells or aquifer contamination. Water is the world's most precious resource. Without it, life as we know it could not exist. It's a resource we can't afford to waste. Now you might be thinking, isn't 3/4 of the earth covered by water? It's a renewable resource, always returning to the ocean and coming back to us as fresh water. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. Only 3% of the Earth's water is fresh, and 2% of that is frozen in glaciers, leaving only 1% of all water available for drinking. The population keeps growing, and demand for water in the United States has tripled in the last 30 years. A resource can become non-renewable if it's used faster than the environment can replenish it. For example, if groundwater is removed from an aquifer at a greater rate than the sustainable recharge, well, it's like spending more money than you earn. Eventually, your bank account will be empty. The people at Riverside Public Utilities work to protect you from water bankruptcy. They maintain a pipeline connection with the nearby Western Municipal Water District that provides system reliability in the event of an emergency. Water is continually pumped from RPU wells every day to fill 16 reservoirs, providing over 100 million gallons of capacity. Each year, Riverside wells produce more than 25 billion gallons of water. Riverside Public Utilities can provide an average 71 million gallons a day and handle single-day peak demands of over 110 million gallons. What began as a series of ditches and canals in the early 1900s is now an elaborate system made up of more than 900 miles of pipelines, 39 booster pumps, and 16 reservoirs. These transport water to Riverside's treatment plants and hold it to meet the ever-growing daily demands of more than 64,000 metered customers spread out over 76 square miles. Riverside Public Utilities is dedicated to making sure that its system not only meets the needs of today, but the needs of the future. The utility replaces and repairs pipes, pumps, meters, and wells, and keeps water treatment facilities running in top condition to maintain state and federal water quality guidelines. In just the last few years, Riverside Public Utilities has replaced more than 23,000 feet of aging water lines, revised emergency response plans and the incident response guide, refurbished old and inactive wells to increase daily water production, developed long-term plans for booster pumps and well replacements, prepared a landscape and security master plan for all water facilities, completed 12 miles of rehabilitation to the historic Riverside Canal, and designed a new water treatment plant. Riverside Public Utilities works to maximize the lifespan and efficiency of its equipment so it can maintain competitive rates and ensure that customer needs are met. We all want high-quality drinking water. RPU meets or surpasses all state and federal water quality standards. The city operates 8 water treatment plants and maintains state-of-the-art security systems at all facilities. Riverside Public Utilities field and laboratory specialists test water sources on a daily basis. From source to tap, more than 16,000 samples are taken and tested for more than 200 possible contaminants each year. The utility also employs a team of trained professionals to check backflow prevention devices and construction sites to ensure that no cross connections will contaminate drinking water supplies. For more information about Riverside Public Utilities, visit riversidepublicutilities.com. To reach us by phone, 951-826-5485.